Magandang umaga, gising na pamilya at Pilipinas. Turn your Bibles to 2 Corinthians chapter 12. What do you prefer? To be strong or to be comfortable? Would you rather be strong, even in the midst of trials and challenges, or do you want to be comfortable because life is easy? In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul addresses this very question. We live in a very interesting time where the world is, quite frankly, awesome. Life is good for most people around the world. Even in some of the more challenging circumstances, it's still pretty good. People are comfortable. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, in verse 7, Paul says, to keep me from becoming conceited because of these surpassingly great revelations, there was given to me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties, for when I am weak, then I am strong. For Paul, what he valued more than being comfortable was being strong, because strength comes from the ability to overcome trials. There's an incredible saying about the cycle of history that I love, and it says, strong men produce good times. Good times produce weak men. Weak men create bad times, and bad times create strong men. And the cycle repeats itself. Strong men. They create good times. They fight for freedom. They fight for prosperity. And that creates good times. But those that live in those good times, that didn't have to fight for those good times, become weak men. And those weak men, because they're not strong, but just comfortable, they create bad times. And in those bad times, it is in those moments that men are forced to become strong, or women, of course. Amen? What do you prefer? Do you just want to be comfortable because life is easy? Or do you want to be strong and overcome adversity, trials, and challenges? Paul says, I'd rather be weak 10 times out of 10, because when I'm weak, then I'm strong. Because if I'm weak, then that means that God is going to aid me and strengthen me. James chapter 1, James says, blessed is the man in humble circumstances. The harder your times are, the more you must rely on God for strength, or you will fail. You will falter, and you could even fall away. The mindset of a Christian is that we look forward to tough times, because tough times produce perseverance. And when you persevere, you develop strength and character. I love in Joshua chapter 1, they're about to enter the promised land. And what does God tell Joshua? Be strong and courageous. To be strong is to overcome trials and challenges and anything that opposes you. Being strong is overcoming weaknesses. Every good story is about a challenging time and a strong man overcoming. That's what every good story is about. Whether it's Transformers, Rocky, all of the Marvel superhero movies, they're all about difficult times, hopeless situations, and people digging deep and overcoming. As Christians, the only way we can do that is in our relationship with God. If you're weak right now, it's because you're comfortable. In these moments like this, where it's challenging and difficult, these are the moments that we need to become stronger than ever before, because we are relying on God. Our quiet times right now should be better than they've ever been before. Our prayer times more in depth, more heartfelt, because of our relationship with God. When I'm weak, then I'm strong. When I think about this concept, I think about one of my best friends, Jason Dimitri. Jason is very talented in many areas. He's one of the funniest guys that I know. He's an incredible salesman. I remember when he was restored in 2010, he came back like a firecracker. He came into the South region of LA, and he very quickly became a rising star, a rising, what we called unturned. He was working, but he was in the ministry working hard. He married an incredible woman, Sarah, now Dimitri. They went into the ministry. They led the South region. Even while he was working, his tenacity, his heart was incredible. And God rose him up to be the one to plant the Las Vegas ICC. But something unexpected happened to Jason. He ended up getting something called alopecia, which is when your hair unexplainably starts to fall out. And it can happen in patches in different parts of your body, or for some people, even all the hair on your body falls out. And I remember that he opened up to me that he was getting alopecia, and the hair in his head in patches was starting to fall out. So he grew his hair out. He tried to hide it. At the end of the day, it was God. He said, you know what? At the end of the day, who cares? I just need to get my strength from God, my confidence from God. I'll never forget finding out that he shaved his whole head. And there's a couple pictures lingering on Facebook, but Jason just said, you know what? I don't care about that. When I'm weak, then I'm strong. He shaved his whole head. He was bald. That year, the Las Vegas church was the fastest growing church in the entire movement of God. It was incredible. Unbeknownst to many people, one of Jason's hidden kingdom dreams was to lead the church in San Francisco. Well, the brother who had planted San Francisco was going to be moving to help take over another church. And so who was it that they thought of to move to San Francisco to take over the church? It was Jason Dimitri. Why? Yes, because the church had grown, but because Jason had grown. Because of the challenging circumstances, because he relied on God for strength, he grew in ways that he'd never grown before. He moved to San Francisco. He took that church over, a young church of just 50 disciples. Now that church is 250 sold out disciples. They have planted several churches, Salt Lake City recently being one of them. He is one of the most powerful preachers, powerful evangelists. He's an incredible man of God. But it was in a moment of weakness that he said, when I'm weak, then I'm strong. Likewise, during this quarantine, are you going to be comfortable? Or are you going to be weak so you can be strong? You see, weakness produces great strength when you're close to God. But perceived strength, pretending like you're strong when you're really not, is just going to produce weakness. My challenge to you is very simple. Accept the times that we're in. Accept these challenges. Don't get comfortable. Don't just watch YouTube all day. Don't watch Facebook all day. Use this as an opportunity to draw closer to God than you ever have before, so that you can be strong, so that you can lead the people around you into the promised land, which is eternity in heaven with God. So would you rather be comfortable or strong? And that is the dose. Posting scriptures? Are you posting daily doses? Are you out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks? Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the Daily Dose. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I want to ask you a favor. If you're interested at all in a personal Bible study, message me. If you want to come to a virtual Bible discussion, I can help you find one in an area near you. If you have any prayer requests, please message me. If you're interested in any of those things, I would love to help you strengthen your relationship with God.